Hello and welcome. Today, let's explore together how to approach one of life's most profound questions, finding your personal sense of purpose. If you've ever felt lost, wondering what your life is really about, or questioned whether what you're doing truly matters, you're not alone. Research shows that over 40% of adults experience periods of feeling directionless. Today, I'd like to share some scientific insights and practical approaches that might help bring more clarity to your journey. The search for meaning has fascinated researchers for decades, and recent scientific studies have provided remarkable insights into how finding our why affects both our mental and physical well-being. A comprehensive 7-year longitudinal study involving over 40,000 Japanese adults found something quite striking. People with a stronger sense of Ikigai, which translates to reason for being, showed significantly lower mortality risk, primarily due to reduced cardiovascular disease. This suggests that having purpose isn't just about feeling good mentally, it has measurable effects on our physical health. Current research suggests that when we have a clear sense of purpose, our brains function differently. Neuroscience studies indicate that individuals with strong life purpose show well-balanced secretion of important neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins. These are the same chemicals that help regulate our mood and stress levels. Harvard Medical School research found that people with strong life purpose showed 23% lower cortisol levels throughout the day. Cortisol is our primary stress hormone, so this finding suggests that having purpose might naturally help us manage stress more effectively. A meta-analysis involving over 136,000 participants revealed that having a sense of life purpose correlates with a 22% reduction in depression risk and a 15% increase in overall life satisfaction. Stanford Research Institute found that purpose-driven people show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain region associated with planning and decision-making. This might explain why people with clear purpose often seem more focused and decisive in their daily lives. What's particularly interesting is recent brain imaging research from 2024 that shows contemplating life purpose activates what scientists call the default mode network in unique ways. This creates more coherent neural patterns associated with self-understanding and emotional regulation. It's thought that this might be why purpose-seeking activities often lead to greater self-awareness and emotional stability. Now, let's explore some practical approaches that research suggests might help in discovering your personal sense of purpose. Please remember that finding purpose is often a gradual process, and what works varies from person to person. The first approach is called the 4 circles discovery method. This technique involves drawing 4 overlapping circles, each representing a different aspect of purposeful living. The first circle represents what you love, activities, subjects, or experiences that genuinely energize you. The second circle represents what you're good at, your natural talents and developed skills. The third circle represents what the world needs, problems you care about or ways you'd like to contribute. The fourth circle represents what you can be supported by, ways your contributions might sustain you, whether financially or through other forms of support. Research suggests spending about 15 minutes daily for 2 weeks writing items in each circle. The neuroscience behind this approach is that this systematic reflection activates the brain's pattern recognition systems, potentially leading to clearer self-awareness. The goal isn't to find the perfect overlap immediately, but to begin noticing patterns in what emerges. Many people find that insights develop gradually as they continue this practice. The second approach is what researchers call values archaeology. This involves examining your peak life experiences, moments when you felt most alive, fulfilled, or proud, and identifying the underlying values present in those moments. The process works like this. Write down your 10 most meaningful life experiences, then for each one, ask yourself what values were being honored in that moment. Was it creativity, connection, justice, learning, helping others, or something else entirely? Neuroscience research indicates this process might strengthen neural pathways associated with identity formation. The recommended timing is about 20 minutes daily for 1 week. What's important to understand is that values often operate below our conscious awareness, so this archaeological approach helps bring them into clearer focus. Once you're more aware of your core values, you can begin looking for ways to honor them more consistently in your daily life. The third approach is future self-visualization, which uses scientifically optimized imagery techniques. This involves spending about 10 minutes daily visualizing your ideal self 5 years from now. The key is to include sensory details and emotional states, not just external achievements. Research shows this practice might increase motivation by 31% and goal achievement by 42%. Brain imaging suggests this works because visualization activates similar neural pathways as actually experiencing events, essentially helping your brain prepare for the future you're imagining. The best timing for this practice appears to be immediately upon waking, when what scientists call the default mode network is most active. This is the brain network associated with self-referential thinking and imagination. During visualization, focus on how your future self feels, what values they're living by, and what kind of impact they're having, rather than just external circumstances. The fourth approach is contribution mapping. This involves identifying specific ways your unique strengths and interests might address real problems in the world. Research indicates that focusing on contribution rather than personal gain increases purpose satisfaction by 28%. This makes sense from a psychological perspective. Humans appear to be naturally wired for social connection and contribution. To practice contribution mapping, start by listing problems you genuinely care about, whether in your community, field of work, or the world at large. Then consider how your particular combination of skills, experiences, and interests might offer unique value in addressing these problems. The goal isn't to solve everything, but to find meaningful ways to contribute that align with who you are. It's important to mention some common challenges people encounter in this process. One common pattern is rushing toward a final answer. Purpose clarity often develops gradually, so patience with the process is important. Another challenge is focusing only on career when thinking about purpose. While work can certainly be part of your purpose, it often encompasses all areas of life, relationships, personal growth, community involvement, and creative expression. A third challenge is comparing your purpose to others. Purpose is deeply personal, and what feels meaningful to one person might not resonate with another. This is perfectly natural and expected. Finally, some people get stuck waiting for a dramatic moment of clarity. While these do happen for some people, research suggests that purpose more often emerges through consistent, intentional practice of reflection and experimentation. For continuation strategies, many people find weekly purpose check-ins helpful, brief reflections on how the week aligned with their emerging sense of purpose. Joining communities of people interested in personal growth and contribution can also provide ongoing support and inspiration. Regular values reassessment is valuable too, as our values can evolve as we grow and change. If you're interested in beginning this exploration, a simple first step might be to spend a few minutes tonight writing down 3 activities or experiences that genuinely energize you when you engage with them. Notice what these have in common and how they make you feel. This can be the beginning of understanding what lights you up and why. To summarize what we've discussed today, there are several key insights that might support your journey toward greater purpose. First, purpose literally appears to rewire our brains for happiness and health, with measurable effects on stress hormones and overall well-being. Second, the 4 circles method provides a systematic approach to identifying where your passions, skills, and potential contributions intersect. Third, examining your peak life experiences contains valuable clues about your deepest values and what truly matters to you. Fourth, visualizing your future self can increase motivation and goal achievement by helping your brain prepare for the life you want to create. Fifth, focusing on how you can contribute to others amplifies personal purpose satisfaction, suggesting that meaning often emerges through connection and service. Finally, small daily actions and reflections compound over time into meaningful life direction, so starting with small steps can lead to significant insights. I hope today's discussion has offered some useful perspectives on the search for meaning and purpose. Remember that this is a deeply personal journey, and there's no single right way to approach it. The methods we've explored are simply tools that research suggests might be helpful. Feel free to adapt them in ways that feel authentic to you. Finding your why is often less about discovering something completely new and more about recognizing and nurturing what's already within you. If today's discussion provided any support or insights, please hit the like button. If you'd like to continue learning about mental health and personal growth together, please subscribe to stay connected. May your hearts feel a little lighter as you continue exploring what makes your life meaningful. Thank you for listening until the end today, and take care of yourselves.